Show.
Yerrr.
Yo.
Matt, Pete, Yerrr. Now, move y'all. Oh, all right, cool. What's going on? Welcome back to another episode of Yerrr Sports Show. I'm your host, Big Baby, a.k.a. the soul of R&B. To my bottom left, we have the voice of a generation, Pete Rosado.
With the brand new AirPods in.
That we can barely hear you in.
On the dark side.
Well, we can't hear you in them right now.
Oh, no.
To the bottom right, we have BK. Bad forward, Bob will pull up. This guy, BK Matt.
What's going on? What's going on, y'all?
Oh, man. And to the top right, we have the undisputed world Yerrr Sports Show champion of the world. The winner of last year's Pick 5 and might be the winner of this year's Pick 5. She's the favorite.
I think so.
The Queen Tay. What's going on,
everybody? Yeah, let me tell you something. This time, when I win, I'm not going to be as noble as I was the first time around.
Ooh. She's looking down at you, Matt. No, look at the camera, Matt. She's looking at you.
Jack Tunney is coming for Matt.
Don't start him up.
Is this better,
anyway,
by the way?
Nope.
That's odd.
But how was everybody's week? Queen, how was your week?
My week went well. I got a lot of work done this week. I worked out almost every day, which is really good.
Nice.
If you're not talking, put yourself on mute. Matt too, because people want to hear about my day, not your background noise. I did really well this week. I worked out almost every day. I had a few doctor's appointments. Everything's going good, so all good.
Dope.
Now I'll do the courtesy and I'll mute myself, even though my background's not loud, so I can hear about everybody else's.
Matt, how was your day? How's your week been? Cool. Okay, Matt not gonna tell us about his week. Cool. All right. Matt, you there? I can't hear Matt either. Tay, can you hear me? Okay. So, while Matt fixes that, there he goes. Matt, you there? All right. So my week went pretty well. Just been working. Pretty much that's about it. Just been working, resting because doing dog hours most of the week. We short on supervisors, so you got to call the all-star in. But I'm being presented with an opportunity again of being able to train people on this new system that they'll be using soon. Because I was using it at JFK, so I'm teaching everybody else how to use it. So it's a dope experience. I love training, so that's big for me. Tay, your mic is muted too.
That's amazing. Congratulations.
Thank you. I appreciate it. I definitely appreciate it. BK Matt is back.
Matt, the hell I missed? What I missed?
Talk about my day, but how was your day? How was your week? Sorry, how was your week?
Long. It was all right. Just trying to get through the week, start another week. That's it. It was my last week of my old job, start the new job soon. So,
congrats, sir. Congrats.
Thank you. Long way before I get 25K, Tay, but
Yeah, none of us gonna catch up to her. It's okay. But we had a pretty wild week in Pick 5 last week. Pretty wild week.
Y'all slept on those Ravens, and I was the only one who was like, "Oh, they might win. They might win," and y'all were like, "No." I
I didn't think they were gonna win, but y'all slept on them Titans too.
Yeah,
Come on.
Yeah.
We was expecting the whole coaching staff to be going on COVID. Nobody was expecting that.
No, I said the Titans they're gonna come back because of how they played the last week. You know, the Seahawks are a damn good team, and their defense is still good. Titans got as much power as they do on as the Seahawks do on offense. It came down to a field goal. It's not like they blew them out though. So,
Yeah, no, it is what it is. Where the hell Pete go?
Yeah, he said he said be right back. That was like 5 minutes ago. Like
he ain't been back yet. But let's get into this week's pick 5 right about now.
1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
So
I still don't like that graphic.
You still don't like what?
The graphic.
Okay.
Really? Really?
You don't like the graphic because of what? I need to hear your reasoning why.
You know why? We're not
You know
gonna
what?
do this.
Well, winners win and losers lose, bro. Don't worry about it, bro. I ain't hating. I was in third. It's cool.
Fucking Jack Tunney.
Stop blaming it on that. She was in first place the whole year. So, anyway.
I really want to know where Pete went. Like,
I do too.
If he don't get back on, I'm not taking his picks.
You're not taking his picks?
He does the pick thing, though. He keeps the score.
I keep count of who picks what, but Pete keeps the score. But he'll be back. He'll have to do his thing. But while we're here, let's start it off. Falcons, Giants.
Giants.
I will go with the Giants.
I said it with my chest. All right. Last week, somebody said that we got to keep the same energy.
That's an easy ass game. They're playing the damn Falcons.
No. We not keep the same energy. Keep the same energy, and I said that with no hesitation. Before
y'all are the worst. You know y'all. It's the fucking Falcons. Stop.
Dre told you last week that we were going to put a Giants game on here.
Because he knew that y'all playing the Falcons.
Because
he knew that y'all was playing the Falcons.
You know that
I really didn't know. Honestly, didn't know.
I wasn't paying attention.
I pay attention week to week.
I thought they were going to play the Cowboys. I have a big bet for them playing the Cowboys next week. If they beat the Cowboys, a colleague of mine has to dress in a Giants jersey, and if the Cowboys beat the Giants, I have to wear a Cowboys jersey and post it on social media.
First Trey Young, then the Cowboys. Man, Tay, you're having a rough year so far. Oh my gosh. Let's hope not.
Is it gonna be Zeke? Is it gonna be a Zeke jersey?
We had to wait. Hold on. We had to wait until you got into your car for you to come back. Like,
He's on his phone.
So I told you I'd be on the move, and I was actually leaving my house, and I think just a lot of the ambient noise in my house is the reason why we were having trouble hearing me. So and then I had to get outside. I wanted to make sure I was situated, and I'm not just walking around. Week was okay. Not too bad. We're looking forward to another good week. Trying to get out of last place.
Pete,
what is it looking like?
We're at pick 5 now.
No, but no. Tay asked him how his week was to catch him up. The same way
she did. I didn't. What? She did that for me?
But it's not looking good right now for myself and Matt. Matt and I are tied in last place at 4 and 6. Tay is in second place at 5 and 5. And Trey sits atop the leaderboard in week 2, 6 and 4. And as I said last week, it was that deciding pick of the Titans over the Seahawks that made all the difference for Dre.
Well, I'd have been in first place anyway. Me and Tay would have been in first place if I didn't.
Correct.
If I'd have picked just like y'all, so it's okay.
We're 5 and 5 tie. Yep.
They already starting their bullshit early with this. Oh, we keeping the same energy. We picking the Giants.
Giants Falcons, Peter. Giants versus Falcons.
Like, come on.
Giants.
Same boat as
picking
the
the
fucking
Giants.
Detroit
I mean,
Lions
okay,
right now.
time
Are you
out.
serious?
Okay, so here's my question, right? Here's my question, and this is my ask. If it was the Giants versus Tampa Bay, would you keep the same energy and take the Giants?
I
No, they
would.
wouldn't.
I would.
Damn lie.
Tay
Stop.
would.
I
Tay
would.
would. Tay would. I'm trying to win, but Tay would.
Right. So Tay, and all respect to Tay, her fandom runs beyond wins and losses, especially in a game like this where we're trying to fight for wins and losses. You know, I would take the Giants over the Falcons essentially because the Falcons are trash. The Falcons are booty trash, right?
The
So I
Giants
can
are not doing
understand
that. The
that.
Giants are not looking that great either. Let me tell you something.
No, they're not.
They're not. I'm sitting here thinking maybe next year they're going to start trying to look to move on from Daniel Jones. And the thing is, I don't know if it's a Daniel Jones problem. I feel like this kid is really athletic, but he's not making good, sound quarterback decisions. I feel as if he has a lot. He reminds me of Kaepernick in a way that Kaepernick was very athletic as far as he can get you those first down yardages by running. He was a mobile quarterback. But the thing is, some of the plays that Daniel Jones makes, it doesn't make any sense to me.
I agree.
It's tough, and he's in year 3.
Yeah.
This is that year. This is that year where a lot of people say, even the experts, it's now. You have to see the growth and that leap now, or it's likely going to be never. And unfortunately, I think, Daniel Jones has the tools and has the potential, but does not have the ability to put it all together. You look at what, for example, Sam Darnold is doing in Carolina with weapons, right? So you're able to say, okay, maybe it was a Jet problem, which we would all agree. The Jets coaching staff, while Sam Darnold was there, was not exactly doing well for Sam Darnold. And so you're able to see, okay, the development when he has weapons is better. But I don't know if that's going to be the case with Daniel Jones. If you put Daniel Jones in a different situation, and he's going to be better.
I don't know. You know what? As I was saying that, I was thinking about the Sam Darnold argument. Sam Darnold was like a completely different player. And to be honest with you, he had different weapons at different times too. So let's not even play. You get what I'm saying? Sam Darnold looked like a completely different quarterback. I spent the best part of 2 years on our podcast trashing him. All for him to look like almost an elite level quarterback last week. But anybody could almost look elite with Christian McCaffrey. Well, I hope he gets well soon, but anybody could look elite when you have that offensive core over there. But I feel like Daniel Jones is better than Sam Darnold.
I'm not gonna argue with you.
Yeah.
So, Giants Falcons got.
Are you really asking that question? We're picking the Giants. Nobody's gonna pick the Falcons or the Lions. Come on now.
I feel like the Giants are on the same level as the Falcons.
Yep.
I don't feel like this is
even game.
It's a very even game to me.
Which is why I picked it. Y'all was gonna complain if it was anybody worse than that. Like if it was Lions Giants and I picked and we did that, you guys would have complained about that too.
Well, I think the thing is, also the one thing that the Falcons have over the Giants is that veteran presence at quarterback in Matthew Ryan. Other than that, the Falcons are booty trash all over the field.
Absolutely. So Giants for that first game. Bucks, Rams, which probably will be the game of the week. It's hard for me to go against Tom Brady, so I won't. I'm going to pick the Bucks.
Statistically, according to every statistical measure of wins and losses and future casting, this is statistically considered to be the one game that Tom Brady and the Bucks should lose. I like the way this Rams team has been playing. They have a great defense. I'm going to take the upset here, and I am going to pick the Rams over the Bucks.
I have been struggling with this one because my mind is saying the Bucks, but I feel like the Rams are going to upset them. I feel like the Rams are going to win, so I'm going to take my gut and go with the Rams.
Well, we know there's no AB this week. Well, I don't think. What did they get back his test or not? Don't know if he's playing.
Not sure. He still got Gronk though.
Gronk disappears. Let me tell you something. It's not November, December.
I'm going with the Bucks.
Okay. So, Tay, you picked the.
I'm gonna go with the Rams.
Oh, I thought I missed your pick. Sorry, I just making sure. So, all right, this game is split even. Me and Matt Bucks, Tay and Pete the Rams. All right, and the next game is the football team versus the the Buffalo Bills. You're laughing.
I'm going with the Bills.
Both teams is 1-1.
I'm going with the Bills.
I think I'm gonna go with the Bills too.
Pete?
He frozen.
All right. Well,
There we go.
Pete, who'd you get?
Yeah, I'm gonna take the Bills. I really like the way that Taylor Heineke played, but the Bills are my pick to win the AFC East this year. And I think that they're going to really build on what they did last year. I'm taking the Bills with the football team.
I'm going to take Washington in this one. Something about how they've been playing the past 2 weeks makes me feel real good about this choice. So I'm going to pick Washington on this one. So you guys pick them. I picked the football team. The next pick is Bears. Pete's Bears versus the Cleveland Browns.
I'm going for the Browns.
Me too. I like Justin Fields.
Yeah,
but... What you said?
I think Peter's going with the Browns as well.
Yeah, I'm taking the Browns. I'm taking the Browns as well. And it's tough because I'm very interested to see what Justin Fields can do with the Bears, but they are throwing him to the Wolves in this game. I'm taking the Browns.
It's not even just this game. The next 3 weeks.
Yeah.
It's going to get even rougher after this week. So I mean,
I'm picking the Browns as well. The Browns have played amazing these past 2 weeks, so I don't see them.
And they're not even at full strength.
Right. I don't see them falling off. And them not having Odell is not the biggest of deals right now. They're playing better. Odell.
Who?
Right. So the ghost of number 13, who's now number 3.
So y'all wouldn't want him back in the Giants uniform?
Yeah, that guy.
So y'all wouldn't want him back in the Giants. So y'all wouldn't want him back in the Giants uniform. That's what you're telling me?
If Daniel Jones can't get on the ball, how we gonna have him? He only throw it to Sterling Shepard, and Sterling Shepard seems to be the only one who can get open. They just gave a bunch of money to Kenny Galloway. Galloway can't get open,
because Kenny Galloway is a big threat. I had him on my fantasy football team 2 years ago, and he was a very big get for me.
Well, he also had Matthew Stafford as his quarterback, and Matthew Stafford, can not only throws the ball 50-something times a game, but will put his receivers in positions to be able to get the ball. Something I don't think Daniel Jones has the ability to do.
Yeah, we shall see though. Last game, big matchup for the NFC East: the Eagles versus the Cowboys.
The NFC East is the weakest division in the NFL, so this ain't no damn big matchup.
When I said that, y'all trashed me when I said that. Why do you agree?
We know that it's a trash division.
We'll defend our division, bro.
Yeah, but I don't feel like any Jets fans should be saying anything about the NFC East. Every team on the NFC East is better than the Jets. So it's just like
Why we always go back to the Jets thing though? Why can't it just be the NFC
I just
East?
don't understand why people are Jets fans. Like, I don't get it.
Yeah, that's green with envy.
I was born into it.
He was born into envy and then in devastation.
I'm taking.
I think that
them
AFC,
boys.
I do think that there are divisions in the AFC that skate, and they're actually doodle teams on those divisions too. So,
I mean, for a long time, the South was one of those divisions, if I'm not mistaken. It was the Colts and everybody else for a long time. You know, it was just like, why is anybody else in that division even playing football at this point? You know, and even at some points there have been other divisions. I remember, and the NFC has had this on the opposite way. The NFC South for a couple of years, one of the strongest divisions in football, but the NFC West for a long time was a really crappy division outside of one team at the top. I remember that one year the Seahawks won the division at 7-9.
Mm-hmm.
You know, so listen, everybody gets a crappy division, and the Jets are not a good team, but that's by design. We're trying to make it, hopefully, for the first time in a long time, a viable long-term solution. You know, we'll see what happens there. As for the game choice, I am taking them boys. It is Dak Prescott's first game back in Dallas since his horrific injury. It is his first home game since his injury. And I think Dak is going to show out. I really like the way the Cowboys have been playing. They do have some things they need to fix. But if I counter that with, I don't like the way Jalen Hurts has been playing at all.
Me either.
Jalen Hurts is who we thought he was going to be at the moment.
Better than, what's his name?
Carson Wentz?
Who has two sprained ankles and just came back to practice.
Jesus, man.
So
not one, but two sprained ankles.
I feel like if the Cowboys win this week, they're losing to my team next week. So I'm going for the Cowboys.
The Cowboys seem like the more logical pick than this one, so I'm going to pick the Cowboys as well.
I'm with you.
I hate to say it, but I think
they're losing.
The Cowboys might win this division.
It's not a hard lose. I mean, it's not a hard division to win. It's theirs for the taking.
It really is. Only team in the is Washington.
But just like the Cowboys do, whatever bad can happen will happen.
Yeah, but the Washington football team is not a good team.
No,
they're better than a lot of other teams.
They're not a good team. And I think that I'm trying to think. Like, the Eagles are not a good team. The Giants are not a good team. The Cowboys are a mediocre team. They're mediocre.
Yeah.
Okay.
They play their best football in September every year. Every year.
In the NFC East, that's all you need.
Yeah.
That's all you need, right?
Okay, Dre, you dragging it with the slander now. Go back.
We have a garbage division, but I have faith. I have faith that we back this year. Boy, damn, I sound like the damn Jets fan over there. Oh,
and the Cowboys fans too.
Yeah, like the Cowboys.
Why you always gotta come this way? You could have just said Cowboys and the Knicks. You had no right to come to the Jets.
No, we're not talking about the Knicks right now, though.
Cowboys and Knicks fans are worse. Don't do that. Hey, you know that.
Not Knicks fans now, no, but Knicks fans in the past, like pre-Phil Jackson,
they're the same people. They just got something to cheer about now. That's it.
Knicks fans for the past 15 years have been like, we're going to have faith. This is going to be the year. And it was a bad year. I mean, listen, I remember when I was a long-suffering Net fan before and after the Jason Kidd era. Okay? Like before and after. Okay? I was there for that whole rebuild. You know, long after.
Okay, we know that you're planting the seeds that just in case. You know what? I know what you're doing right now. And I've been peeping your game for the past few months. You've been planting these seeds in the air so that if they did win, you could feel vindicated and you could celebrate the fact that they win because you keep bringing up the fact that you were a Nets fan back then. Nobody cares, okay?
was playing in Jersey, baby.
I'm keeping it. I see what you're doing. I see it. You're like you plant little seeds. Let this you plant little seeds. Let us know that
oh my gosh.
Well, you know what? I stand by them.
You say not to say what? Like, nobody care about no damn Kerry Kittles and Derek Coleman and all them. We don't care about none of that. We know that you was a Nets fan.
We do care about Kerry Kittles.
We know that you are a Nets fan, so that if they do win the championship, you can stay and you can be like, yeah, well, I was always a Nets fan. Like, I get it, I understand it, but I peep it. I just had to let you know that today, on September 25th, that I see your game.
Well, you know what? I'll respond to that. Tay, you're damn right. You're damn right. I sit here and I validate it every single time because unfortunately nowadays in the world of the NBA, you got a lot of fair weather fans, and nowadays
so you just letting us know. So you just letting us know that you're not a fair weather so that you could act obnoxious if
listen,
right.
Listen, I stand by my teams, good or bad. Yankees, Jets, Nets. I stand by my teams when they're bad. I stand by my teams when they're good.
It's easy to stand by the Yankees.
I am not a fan.
It's easy to stand by the Yankees.
It has not been easy to stand by the Yankees. It has been frustrating to stand by the New York Yankees for the past couple of years.
That's like standing next to the. That's like standing with the Lakers or the Celtics. Like, what I'm gonna tell you?
In the past like 30 years. I mean, I'm just saying.
What are you talking about?
For the past couple of years, it has been very, very hard. You understand we have not been to the World Series since 2009.
That's a long time.
Well, at least they could say 2000 and. I mean, the last time y'all went to the last time y'all won the Super Bowl.
Always go back to the.
I think my dad was a kid.
You said he was in junior high school.
Yeah. High school.
19 something.
70 something.
Tough juice. But that was definitely pick 5. Tay, I know you have to depart. Do you have any some final words for
the gentleman? You're going to give me my last right? So you have any final words? Or I'm going.
Oh no! I just like to give you your time to say whatever you want to say. Primarily, probably.
I just washed up, y'all, and I just realized that he's only a month older than me.
Who?
Aaron Rodgers.
There we go.
And he don't talk to his parents. Like, I don't get it.
You stop with that.
For some reason,
you gotta let that go.
For some reason, I don't know why I can't get over the fact that he doesn't talk.
I don't know either.
It personally offends me that he does not speak to his parents. Like, I don't get it.
For like 3 years. Like, let it go.
I feel bad about it.
Oh my god. I got nothing to say. About Aaron Rodgers.
Well, Tay, always a pleasure. Please be safe. Safe travels. Do your thing. Later.
Bye, bitches.
Damn. Shouts to Queen Tay. Pete, I know you're on the move. I know you're on limited time as well. Any final words for you?
Some quick hits will make them quick.
Right.
I got some quick hits. We'll go through some quick stuff, real stuff.
All right, so let's get into quick. Let me lead you into quick hits. Before you go, I got you, player. Let's go. Right.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, the Yerrr Sports Nation. Welcome to Quick Hits on the Move, on the road. Here we go. Sponsored once again by Queen Tay and her 25K. Let's go first to our U.S. Open winner, Emma Raducanu, who is splitting from her coach, Andrew Richardson. Shortly after winning the U.S. Open, Richardson, who coached her to a U.S. Open victory, as well as previously during her time in youth tennis, very amicable about the split. Both of them saying that she is looking for a coach with more WTA Tour experience as she looks to continue on the WTA tennis tour. What do you guys think about that? I mean, kind of bittersweet. You think you just help the 18-year-old win her first ever major event on such a big way, and then for them to say, well, you're not experienced enough to take me where I got to go.
It's grimy, but also as an athlete, you also got to recognize sometimes where your projection is going. And while it's possible he can probably take her there, she's probably seeing things different. It may come back to bite her, it may not. But again, as a professional athlete, you just gotta do what you need to do. Matt, what's your thoughts? Ooh, BK Matt is not here. Continue on, Peter.
Moving to the NFL, speaking on someone that Queen Tay did mention herself, Christian McCaffrey. Medical reports have come back. He will only miss a few weeks due to a strained hamstring that he suffered in the Panthers' 24-9 victory over the Houston Texans in Week 2. So Sam Darnold will be without his biggest weapon for at least a couple of weeks in Carolina. You know, it's funny. I feel like Christian McCaffrey's hurt all the time, though
Past
actually
3
looking
years.
at the record, right. It's like he's, you know, at the beginning of his career, he didn't miss a game, but then the past 3 seasons, he just can't seem to stay healthy. Speaking about someone having trouble staying on the field, the NFL is once again reinstating wide receiver Josh Gordon. He will be eligible to play in week number 4 if a team picks him up and puts him on their roster. Seattle Seahawks were his last team, and Coach Pete Carroll has said that he is still interested in Josh Gordon, is still very high on Josh Gordon, and would have no issues bringing him back, but needed more information about his possible reinstatement.
My bad.
Are we excited about
No, you're
Josh?
good.
Are we excited about Josh Gordon version 8?
Nope.
Don't care.
Not at all. Don't care.
Not at all. Yeah.
We're at a point where it's done. I was over it after Virgin 3.
You said version 3 or virgin 3?
Version 3.
I was about to say, damn.
Yeah.
It's like that.
Yeah.
That hurt.
Yeah.
Moving to the NBA. The NBA rejected Andrew Wiggins' exemption, religious exemption, to not get vaccinated, making that Andrew Wiggins is ineligible to play home games in San Francisco, as San Francisco municipality has its own. What is so funny?
You ain't even starting. What the? Shut up, bro. Like this. Yo, Clay Thompson is back. I don't give a damn. I don't think anybody in Golden State give a damn about Andrew Wiggins. I'm pretty sure he
Wiggins will start. Wiggins is a 3.
I guarantee Wiggins is not gonna finish this year in Golden State. I can tell you that now. He's definitely gonna be a traded piece. I don't know if it's to get Ben.
He's supposed to be a trade piece anyway. He was supposed to be. It was supposed to be him and their rookie center. And for
Wiseman not going nowhere.
Yes, they were going to trade Wiseman.
That would be stupid.
That's what I was saying before, and I don't think anybody understood that. I was like, "Yo, not the war. You think the Sixers are tripping? The Warriors is tripping by sending Wiseman off this early."
I get it. Ben Simmons is 6'10" and all, but
Wiseman is the same height and an actual center who's not afraid to shoot the ball. But we'll get to Ben Simmons later on in the smoke section. We definitely will.
So the NBA denied Andrew Wiggins' religious exemption for vaccination.
What is his religion?
Eligible. He just
Scrub?
put in for a religious exemption. Wow.
What is his religion?
He said his religion is scrub, Pete. We got to move on to the next one. For sure.
Now, I do want to say, though, that as of last year, according to data, 85% of NBA players have been vaccinated. Every NBA employee, referee, announcer, anyone is mandated to get vaccinated, but the NBA Players Association has vehemently fought against mandating players to get vaccinated. That did not pass the Players Association. So players are not mandated to get vaccinated, but they do have to respect home teams. Do have to respect the home municipalities for home games' rules. For example, in San Francisco, you cannot enter the arena or play in the game if you're not vaccinated. Same with New York, but the Nets, I believe, are close to being fully vaccinated. And earlier this week, Leon Rose announced that the entire New York Knicks team is fully vaccinated, meaning that no Knicks player will miss home games due to vaccination status.
Good.
Manu Ginobili is returning to San Antonio. Not to play two guard, though, but as a special advisor to on and off court players. Now, San Antonio has for a long time been hoping to get Manu back in the organization and back to the team, and they have finally succeeded in getting Manu Ginobili back. And to be very honest with you, I am glad. There's one thing young players can really learn from is that history and that heritage that comes out of San Antonio. When you have players like Ginobili, Parker, Duncan, Robinson in your organization, to be able to bring them back in some capacity, I think is always going to be a great thing for the young players on the San Antonio Spurs.
Hold up, Tony Parker's there too? I thought he was still in France.
No, I'm just saying, but when you have that lineage of players on your team or in your organization, to be able to bring them back for whatever reasons in whatever capacity. I mean, listen, the New York Yankees are very famous at this. For many, many years down in Florida during spring training, they're always bringing a lot of the veterans and old timers to come back to lead special camps as special advisors, to run things and to coach during spring training, which is always a great experience for those young players to be able to learn from those legendary Yankees. And I think to be able to do that in the NBA is a great thing as well.
Agreed.
And lastly,
Spurs still gonna suck.
Which we'll talk about more later on in the show. As much as publicly the Philadelphia 76ers has said they do not want to trade Ben Simmons, rumors are abound that there will likely be a trade at some point in the next 2 weeks, and that the 76ers have been on the phones with multiple teams. 2 teams that have been announced as sleepers. 2 teams that have been announced as sleepers for Ben Simmons' services include the Denver Nuggets and the New York Knicks.
So we're only taking the Denver Nuggets serious in this one.
Yeah,
right?
so the Denver Nuggets. Yes, Denver Nuggets, I think.
He's not going to New York.
He's definitely going to Denver Nuggets. Aaron Gordon, thank you for your services.
If not Denver, it's definitely Portland.
Yeah, here's the bigger rumor. The bigger rumor is that it's not so much the Aaron Gordons of the world, but seeing how Jamal Murray is going to miss a large portion of the season, there's rumors that it may be Jamal Murray on the move for
that would be stupid in Denver.
Terrible.
That would be dumb for Denver.
Terrible.
You're gonna get rid of a scoring point guard that literally can run your whole offense and get everybody on your team.
For Draymond.
And for somebody that can't shoot,
for light-skinned Draymond,
that won't shoot a free throw and that's afraid to even do a layup because he's terrified he's gonna hit the line. This is the same. That would be dumb. I'm sorry. That would be great for Philadelphia, but that would be terrible for Denver, who's practically they're really a contender for the Western Conference. So
they're
a
piece away, and Ben Simmons is not the piece.
That's not that piece. I'm sorry, it's not.
And listen, you know Philly's gonna shoot for it. I do agree with the both of you. It would be dumb to get Jamal Murray off of Denver. I think a backcourt, though, if you're able to keep Jamal Murray and Jokic, I think a backcourt of Simmons, Murray, and Jokic, letting Murray play the off guard would be incredible for Denver. That would make for an incredible trio in Denver. I would be interested to see, but there are, a lot of NBA reporters are saying that within the next week, if not the next 2 weeks, we should have some kind of trade, if not trade offers, something finalized to move Ben Simmons out of Philadelphia. And that has been Quick Hits for this week.
Cool. This Philly situation is a bit weird. Because there's so many things that was said on both sides of the spectrum, and it was just
just drop the hammer, Dre. Let's go.
It's weird. It's a weird situation.
I like what Stephen A said.
Yeah, I did.
That's what we're gonna get into that. Let's go. Come on.
Yeah.
Let's go. Let's get into all of that right now.
So we're gonna move forward with instead of today's topics, we're gonna jump into the smoke section BK Max Smoke section right about now.
So this week's smoke section is everybody's getting it. Everybody's getting it, from Ben Simmons to Joel Embiid to Doc Rivers and the fugazi explanation he gave on First Take the other day, trying to basically overrun what he said in to the reporters after they lost to the Atlanta Hawks. It's like Dre said, it's a fucked up situation. It really is. I want to start with Ben Simmons and why he's going to get the smoke. He's going to get the smoke because, like Stephen A. said, you're looking very weak. You're looking like, I don't like the way that they're talking about me. I want to leave. I want to take my ball and go away. And my way to move this thing forward is acting like a petulant child and just say, I'm not doing this. I'm going to stay home. Like that's really childish of you, because you're getting paid way too much money and you'll have 4 years on your contract. You just signed the fucking extension in 2019. It's practically the same situation in 2019 that it is in 2021. They know, everybody knew Joel Embiid is the guy for the 76ers, and you're just his running mate. We were testing this all along to see how long this was actually going to last, or if it can work. This is not nothing new. Everybody knew it. You knew it. So for you to act this way and still sign a damn extension in 2019 for 4 extra years to get what, 146 million? I'm not really too sure on the numbers, but you're getting paid that, and you're basically saying, I'm not going to show up to camp. I'm not going to do this until you trade me. But yet you're still expecting to get a paycheck. Make it make sense. It doesn't make sense. And I'm going to get at the 76ers as an organization. I think you guys need to challenge this shit. I'm not paying you if you're not doing your job.
To cut you off real quick, they're not going to pay him. They're not paying him.
Then it's been announced that they're not going to pay him? Oh,
no, they already said if he doesn't report to camp and doesn't report the games, he's suspended. He's not going to get paid, and that will go into effect in October or November. He's already been paid half his contract, half of this year's contract in the summer. So every week, every game he doesn't play.
I thought he gets two. He gets one in October and one in November, if I'm not mistaken.
No, he gets one in July.
Oh, then run me my money. You ain't do nothing.
He gets paid out. He gets paid out the rest. So for every game he misses is like almost $1 million. So
my whole thing is with Ben Simmons is this is all mental. This is not something that you're unable to either get better at and prove your worth. Nobody at any stretch of the imagination is calling Ben Simmons a scrub. We're just saying you need to work on certain things. You need to get out your feelings and man the fuck up and do your job. 76ers are a good team. If they're whole, they're a good team. They're a great defensive team. But there's certain kinks that they got to get their shit together. And Joel Embiid is real known for being real childish on the internet and doing all the stuff that he does. So, I mean, I don't like the way that this is playing out. I felt like Ben Simmons is proper where he's at. I just think his role needs to be more defined. For a point guard that can't honestly shoot free throws, it makes no sense. It makes no sense. Move his position. He shouldn't be a point guard. That's just my opinion. I would put him as small forward or a power forward. You 6'10". Work on your free throws and you're fine. You don't even have to take a jump shot. Work on your damn free throws. That's all you need to really do.
I don't know about that. Even changing his position doesn't do anything if they're still going to foul him.
But they're not going to foul him the whole goddamn game, Dre. They're going to foul him when it matters.
Why wouldn't you?
Because you don't want to risk losing. You don't want to risk losing. He's not going to miss all his free throw shot. You're virtually just giving him free shots.
Right, but it's the same way. You would virtually play him the same way if he's playing off ball or you're playing on ball. You can be a lot more physical with him while he's off the ball, which takes away a lot of his free throw attempts. But at the same time, when he gets the ball in that post, yeah, swat at him. Like, swat at him.
He has to not be afraid to even take it to the rack and get fouled. If you go to the free throw, at least shoot for the and one. If you're not gonna hit the free throw, at least you got the two. That's how I look at it. And not a lot of teams are gonna try to get their players in foul trouble to really fuck up the game. That's just how that goes. So I don't necessarily think that Ben Simmons has to run point guard. You can have him off ball.
Yeah, but it's gonna be hard to find another point guard.
I would let what's the name run point guard.
We had this conversation. I would not let Steph Curry.
You want to drop the hammer? You want to drop the hammer, Matt? I'm gonna say it right out, and I'm gonna say it straight up. Ben Simmons does not belong in the NBA. Ben Simmons does not belong on an NBA roster, and here's why. For two reasons. One, you have not, knowing all of your faults, you have not gotten any better, and you cannot do. It was bad enough. You were already a 7-foot point guard coming in, near 7-foot point guard who could not shoot the ball or who had trouble shooting a jump shot. We knew that when he came in as a rookie. And yet here we are all these years later, and you have not done that. The organization has built around you and Joel Embiid, and you still have not gotten any better. Okay, you have not improved yourself at all. I'm sorry. You do not belong on an NBA roster or an NBA team if you're not willing to improve yourself. And now you want to sit here and play ego? Now you want to sit here and say your feelings are hurt? Say this. How about you start actually doing what you got paid to do? I'm sorry, but a lot of these, this new age of the NBA, where players got all the power, okay? I'm sorry. You got to get called out when you're wrong. You are. Ben Simmons is 100% in the wrong. Ben Simmons deserves to go wherever the heck Philadelphia sends him, and Philadelphia will do what they can. And I feel bad for whatever team is going to have to put up with Ben Simmons. Because let me tell you something. I agree with what Stephen A. Smith said. This ain't a matter of anything else but heart. Okay? Grow up, Ben Simmons. Grow up. You will be paid millions of dollars and you can't play right. But you get paid hundreds of millions of dollars to do that. I dare Ben Simmons just to have the same kind of attitude or say the things he's saying if Allen Iverson was still on the team. If Dikembe Mutombo was still on the team. I dare Ben Simmons to go to a LeBron James run team and say, I don't shoot the ball. LeBron James like, you going somewhere else?
LeBron don't even can't shoot the ball. So I mean, that's not accurate.
When LeBron James came into the NBA, one negative take on LeBron James' game was that he was a 3-point shooter.
Terrible shooter, period.
LeBron James do? What did LeBron James do? He got better. He got much better. To the point where if you look at LeBron James now, LeBron James in the first 2 to 3 years of his career shooting a 3-point shot, I have a lot more faith in LeBron James now than I ever did in his first 3 years combined, taking a 3-point jump shot.
But he's a terrible free throw shooter too.
It doesn't matter, but LeBron James did.
He's not Ben Simmons terrible.
Right. He made sure. He made
the same area. 60%.
But he
There's
made
LeBron
sure
shooting.
he plugged.
LeBron shoots 70%. Ben Simmons shoots like 50. Like,
LeBron 63. What are you talking about? Him and Russell Westbrook, they're both in the 60s. Their free throw percentage.
Now, and I hate to say this.
But LeBron not afraid to go to the free throw line.
I didn't say that he was. I'm just saying he's still a terrible free throw shooter. Yeah. Go ahead, Pete. And
I go to something that Taylor said before. We talk about the differences in the NBA and the generations of the NBA. Unfortunately, the skill set of Ben Simmons probably would have worked in the 80s, probably would have worked in the 90s. where you were a point guard who was a great passer, a fantastic floor general as a passer and a point guard, but you didn't score. You rarely shot.
He's a great defender, though.
And you're a great defender. Yeah, you might have worked in the 80s, the 70s,
Great
the 80s,
rebounder.
Okay.
And he's not a terrible. But hold up, Pete. Okay. What I'm saying is he's not a terrible scorer. He just can't shoot. Boy, he's athletic. We're not going to make it seem like he's incapable to average in 28 or he dropped 40 on Rudy Gobert. So I mean, without Joel Embiid, when he doesn't have Joel Embiid on the floor, he can score fine. So I don't agree with him not being an NBA type player. I get it. The childish, him acting like a bitch, right there with you, get you right there with you. But I don't agree with him not being an NBA player. I don't agree that he does not go to a different team and make that team better. That's where I'm at with.
Tell me, if we look at the point guards of today's NBA, which some of them are basically two guards who play the point.
Not all of them. Rajon Rondo can't shoot.
I said some. Yeah, but Rajon Rondo is, for all intents and purposes, the first point guard off the bench. He's not going to be, for most teams, their number one depth chart point guard.
He started for the Boston Celtics when they won the title.
I'm saying right now, Matt.
No, I hear you right now, but I'm saying
in 2021, Rajon Rondo is not going to be a team's number one depth chart starting point guard unless that team is completely devoid of talent at the position. Ben Simmons is slotted and paid as a number one starting point guard. Hell, he's paid like an all-star caliber player. And yet, I cannot name many point guards, but I cannot name many point guards. I can name more point guards that I would take over Ben Simmons than point guards I would replace with Ben Simmons as starting team.
Well, let's be clear. He's an anomaly already because he's 6'10" and he's a point guard. That's one.
Are you going to take him over Trae Young?
He shut down Trae Young.
Ben Simmons over Trae Young? But are you taking Ben Simmons over Trae Young as your point guard?
As a point guard, no. I wouldn't even. I don't want Ben Simmons as a point guard. That's what I'm. I can't hear you. Your phone breaking up. Hello.
I mean, I can't say put him at forward either. Yeah. I can't say put him at forward either because he's gonna get beat out.
Beat out how?
Get beat out. He gonna get beat up. I mean, his body is not built to be a forward. Just size-wise, yeah, but girth-wise and strength-wise, he's not built to be a forward. I'd like to see Ben Simmons try to hold Giannis at power forward.
There's not too many power forwards that can hold Giannis at power forward and in the same height as him. That don't mean that's
who can hold Giannis.
Yeah. You like I said, I get where you're going with it, but a lot of things I don't agree with. Ben Simmons, granted, there's a lot more better point guards because they offer more, but not a lot of great point guards play elite defense like Ben Simmons is. Not a lot of point guards are 3 or 4 time all-stars like Ben Simmons is right now. So you're saying he's getting paid like an all-star caliber player? That's because he's an all-star. You got to look at it like that. He has these on his resume. This is why he gets paid that. So granted, can't shoot. Heart is debatable. Suck at shooting free throws, but he's an elite defender. His IQ, as far as court vision, is top notch. You gotta look at that. He makes that Sixer team dangerous. He does. If him and Embiid and if Tobias Harris shows the fuck up, which was going to originally be my goddamn smoke section, it was going to be the rest of the Sixers because everybody's focused on Ben Simmons like Tobias Harris showed the fuck up, or like Joel Embiid scored throughout the last few moments of the fourth quarter in that last game. So I mean, we can all point at Ben Simmons because that's the obvious, but there's other reasons why they lost that game. But Joel Embiid did the bitch move and just pointed it straight to Ben Simmons. That it is what it is. We're gonna call out what we're gonna call out. But right now the topic is Ben Simmons in this situation with the Sixers. Does he stay or does he leave? If I'm the Sixers and I'm paying him this amount of money, this is his contract for 4 years. Something needs to get worked the fuck out. Cause I'll be damned if I'm trading you and I know your worth and I'm not getting nothing because you acting the way you act in the public. You don't want to see your teammates. Your teammates was trying to fly to California to see you when you told them, "Nah, I don't want to see you." You told Doc and them you don't want to see them. You acting like a kid. That's just what that's how it revolves around. You're not doing what you're supposed to do as a player. Granted, Doc didn't do what he was supposed to do. He's supposed to protect them to a degree. I don't sit there and say as a regular person that watches basketball, looking at the Sixers, they cannot win a championship with Ben Simmons as their point guard. They definitely can win a championship with Ben Simmons as their point guard. It takes great coaching and it takes him getting better and him getting his mentality where it needs to be. They need to be on the same page. They're not on the same page. That's why that didn't work out. It's point blank, period.
Agreed. There's some points on both. There's definitely some points on both sides to it, but yeah, the Ben Simmons saga will continue at least for the next 2 weeks.
I don't think he deserves to play on a team like the Brooklyn Nets after he behaved so badly in his previous team. I don't think you reward unprofessional behavior with an opportunity to win a championship, but that's just me.
Yeah, I don't think you send him to a contender because you're looking for a great player in return. You just don't do that. But moving forward, we're gonna go back to football real quick. Aaron Rodgers, he did what he was supposed to do against the Detroit Lions. We expected this from him to beat the Detroit Lions. But, Matt, I'll start with you. Do we take Aaron Rodgers off the hook for throwing the game away week 1, making it seem like he didn't want to be there?
He was never really on the hook to me. It was 1 week. It's one bad game. Until he does it again, it is just one game to me.
Bro, he's going to be on the hook all season. After all that off season, you may not see it that way, but he's going to be on the hook all season because of the off season hijinks between him and that team.
Yeah, he put himself in a position to have people pick on him now. Like every little thing he does now is going to be nitpicked because of how he was moving in the offseason. Like whether he deserves it or not, that's up to the debate of other people. I know we would probably. I know you would probably say no. Me and Tay would probably be like, yeah.
If we're going to hold him accountable for how the offseason played out, right? Mm-hmm. And the fact that he's back now, so now we're just like, you got to show off, you got to show out and show off, even though this damn well might be a swan song for this team. So I don't think he's gonna play as bad as he did the first game of the season. Like I said, it was only game 1. We'll see how the rest of the season play out. But if he plays as horrible as he played in week 1, yeah, hell yeah, gut him like a fish. You got to, because that's our job. You have to. But did he? I ain't gonna hold you. I sent the message in the group chat like, yo, if they lose to the Lions, he's throwing the season. But he didn't. They played like they were supposed to.
Man, we lost to the Lions. Oh man,
it would have been a ribbon in the sky.
Oh man, a couple ribbons in the sky, man.
But like I said, I'm not gonna judge him based off how the offseason played out and just hold and be like, I need him to be I need him to be greater than Tom Brady for the rest of the season. He need to go 17-0. No, I'm not gonna do that. I'm not gonna do that. But if he plays like shit like he did in the first game, yeah, we on that. We on him. We have to. Got to hold him accountable for the games and how he plays. Did he play as worse as he played in game 1 against Detroit? No, he didn't. We're going to see how he plays this week. I don't even remember who they play this week.
I didn't pick that game, but this should be a winnable game for him as well. But Tay, you said you still have to hold him accountable, right?
They got 49.
Yeah, I feel like, that's going to be a game.
Oh, they might lose to the 49ers.
They might lose to the 49ers. That's going to be a good game. Either way you look at it, that's a good game. But I really feel like Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers, after that whole debacle over the past couple of seasons, you know what I'm saying? It still feels like kind of a stalemate because he's still with the team. He don't really want to be there. They don't really want him there. You get what I'm saying? So I do feel as if he has a lot to show and prove this season. I really feel like all season he's going to be on the hook for the offseason. And I feel like he needs to be, if they don't exceed expectations this season, if they're not in the Super Bowl or if they're not in the division finals, you know what I'm saying? He's going to feel the brunt of that at the end of it all. I'm just saying.
But with the situation being the way it was, where it was just a whole monetary thing on respect, so we're gonna thrash him for playing bad, knowing that he was disrespected for a whole since like.
So, then retire.
Calvin Johnson did it.
What's more?
Tom Brady didn't.
Tom Brady found another team.
All right, then that's what he's trying to do. You gotta play out the rest of the season.
No. Tom Brady didn't handle it like that.
How do you
He didn't handle it like that.
You just spelled Yerrr.
If I'm not mistaken, didn't Brady become a free agent?
Yeah.
Right. So, unfortunately, Aaron Rodgers is under contract with the Green Bay Packers. And Aaron Rodgers, as Tay said, either is going to have to retire, which even if he did that, if he decided to come back, the Green Bay Packers still hold his contract, or he has to get the Green Bay Packers to trade him. So it's not like, Brady, because Brady did his job, like it or not, unhappy or not. Brady did his job and then became a free agent and did what he wanted to do.
That's what Aaron Rodgers is doing now.
Right. Aaron
That's
Rodgers
what Aaron
does not
Rodgers
have
is
that
doing right
luxury
now.
while he is still under contract.
But Tom Brady didn't do it with all the attention and all of the nonsense back and forth either.
Correct.
Tom Brady also speaks to his parents, so
Exactly. If Aaron Rodgers would have talked to his parents, he wouldn't have been in this situation.
Right. His parents would have guided him the right way.
Exactly. This is what happens when you're marrying girls from Fault in Our Stars. And not
gotta
talking to your
relax.
parents.
Y'all gotta relax. That man still does what he's supposed to do on the field. Y'all gotta relax.
And he still has a ponytail.
Did he speak to his in-laws? Or it's just parents in general? He like, nah,
I think
fuck
I think he's like, fuck them parents. FTP.
Fuck them parents, got you.
Yeah, but and as long as he still has that ponytail, I don't want to hear anything.
That ponytail no good, Matt. Bro.
I hate it. He looks like Nicolas Cage.
That ponytail is clutch. My man is going to be the next host somewhere with that ponytail.
The host of Jackass.
Exactly.
Y'all are the worst. Y'all are the worst.
Pete, what are your thoughts on us holding Aaron Rodgers accountable for how he plays this year, even more than usual?
I hold you accountable when how you play, no matter what. Right at the end of the day, your record speaks for what it is. At the end of the day, he does not have the ability. While he does have the game and the stats to be able to stack up with any of the other quarterbacks, he does not have the ability like Tom Brady has to be able to flash 5 Super Bowl rings before he goes to Tampa Bay.
6.
Aaron. did he get his 6th in Tampa?
No, he got his 7th in Tampa. That's
okay.
right
I apologize. I apologize for missing one, Mr. Brady. But Aaron Rodgers does have to be held accountable for how he plays. At the end of the day, yes, you went and you made a big stink this year, and you went out there and you said, "I don't want to be here." This, that, whatever. And you still now your play is going to be extra scrutinized. Now, do I want to hold him accountable more so? No, I hold him accountable for his stats and what he does and what he's in control of. But if you go out there and you stink it up, unfortunately, given your advanced age, Mr. Aaron Rodgers, people are going to start questioning.
Hold on.
Whoa.
Advanced.
Oh, I got no parts of this conversation. I'm out of here.
He just said that she's
Pete said it.
Advanced.
Pete said it.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, Aaron Rodgers has been beat up. Aaron Rodgers is like 68,000 years old in football years.
Okay.
Good,
right.
smooth, real smooth,
right there, because
smooth.
The wrath was coming, and I would just been like, well.
No, but Aaron Rodgers. It's not like Aaron Rodgers is a spring chicken when it comes to football. It's not, right? He's been around for a long time in the football game, and people are gonna start questioning: is this Aaron Rodgers' skills diminishing, or is this just, a bad year? And unfortunately, if you hadn't created the situation that you created, you would have had a lot of people just probably saying it was a bad year. But now you bring in a lot of questions. Is he unhappy? Well, what happens if he comes here and he's not happy? Is he going to do that for us? Unfortunately, Aaron made this bet, and he now has to lie in it.
His skills ain't diminished nothing. I don't know what you're talking about. I gotta relax. His skills ain't diminished nothing. Boy,
and we're gonna see that, but we're gonna check. But we're gonna see that. Yes, look, at the end of the year, Matt, if he goes 14-3, 15-2, 12-5, and it's a normal Aaron Rodgers year, okay, everybody's gonna chalk up that week 1 to it being week 1. But if Aaron Rodgers and the Green Bay Packers all of a sudden go 9-8, or 8-9, or even 10-7, people are going to start questioning Aaron Rodgers. I guarantee you that.
I agree with that.
Absolutely agree. If they don't win,
it's still over 500 as far as I know.
Yeah, but
that's what we do. We giving the bare minimum.
It's still over 500 as far as I'm concerned.
Oh, okay.
That's not bad. That's not that bad.
That's his quarterback giving the bare minimum.
Look,
the bare minimum.
We ain't gonna do that.
Listen, he needs at least 14 wins, bro.
That is a lot. That's a lot of wins, man.
Then how much they have last year? 11?
I say at least 12.
It's 11 or 12.
I'm being fair. I'm saying at least 11, 12.
Nah, no fair. You the MVP of last season. I need it. No, that's your MVP, man. I don't
see y'all getting that.
If Aaron Rodgers goes 12-5, if he goes 12-5 or 13-4, I think Aaron Rodgers, everybody will chalk it up to a regular Aaron Rodgers year. But if Aaron Rodgers has, and people might give him a break. I don't think I would or this panel would, but I think people will give him a break if he gets 11. But if Aaron Rodgers gets anything less than 11 wins, I think there's going to be a lot of questions about Aaron Rodgers.
A lot of
nobody ain't questioning that with Ben Roethlisberger last year, and he's a damn statue.
Oh no, we thrashed Ben Roethlisberger. We killed him.
I'm not talking about. I'm just saying, like nobody was saying there, like, oh, Big Ben is.
Nobody cares about no damn Ben Roethlisberger.
But I'm just saying, but they won like what? They won 10 straight, right? 10 or 11 straight, right?
But
and then they lost 5 straight.
Dre was the biggest antagonist of that's 10 straight.
Yeah, I'm like, they're gonna lose. Like,
but I'm just saying, nobody was saying, oh, their skills are diminishing.
Yes, I was.
No.
I was like, he looked garbage.
We called him the washed up team.
There were a lot of people, Matt.
You said he looked garbage all year too.
Who said?
Look, that's because I'm honest. Aaron Rodgers' skills don't look like his diminishing.
There were people wondering if Ben was going to retire.
I've been saying Ben should have retired 5 years ago.
Oh, you dragging it.
I'm not dragging it. He's always hurt. What are you talking about? I'm not dragging it.
I'm going to give you that. I'm gonna give you that for sure. Ben
Boy,
might
in
have had to
hospital
go a
more
little
than
while ago.
chapel. In the hospital more than a gift shop. I mean, live in the
You
hospital.
know, a lot of people last year were talking about Ben's arm strength. They were talking about the fact that he couldn't get the ball downfield as much as he used to with as much ferocity. They were talking about the fact that, you know, is Ben beyond his prime? Is it time for Ben to retire?
Yeah,
There were
well,
a
he
lot of
is.
people.
You said y'all just sat here with your face and said that freaking Aaron Rodgers is 68,000 years old in football years, and Ben Roethlisberger is older than him. No.
Yes, he is.
I don't know
Yes, he
that.
is.
I do not
Yeah,
know
I'll
that.
give you that, especially.
I'm talking about as far as how long he's been in the game.
And the
Physical
physicality
age.
that he plays with.
Yeah.
I just want to say shout out to Mason Rudolph.
Anyway, on that particular note, we're going back to the NBA because Matt don't know how to act.
Shout out to Mason Rudolph or Dwayne Haskins. It's daytime now.
It's daytime now. Matt is worse, yo.
Think they're gonna sign Cam?
No.
Why?
They need a quarterback, bro. You really gonna put all your faith in Mason? Maybe Dwayne Haskins, but Mason, come on now.
Are you putting why are you putting your faith in the Steelers anyway?
I'm not putting no faith.
Not you. I'm just talking about anybody in general.
Yeah, but
let me
tell you something. The Steelers, no matter what, let me tell you something. They're a team similar to the Packers. They're always in contention. They're always a late season type of addition to the playoffs in some way, shape, or form. It's very rare that Tomlin misses the playoffs.
But I'm just saying, now that there's no Ben,
What
you think that
is Pete opening up a bag of chips or something? Like, what is he doing?
He's opening a Saison packet.
wow. OD.
That was
That was
that was a little wild.
wow.
I would say a little sis.
That was horrible.
I'm not gonna put the RA in front of it, but that was a little sis. But yeah, man, I don't know. Ben Roethlisberger, I don't think he should have retired 5 years ago. I feel as if the Steelers are always there, right there, just as much as the Packers are.
I hope they give Dwayne
Haskins the same
a shot.
energy.
I hope they give Dwayne Haskins
the only way we discussed, the only way the Steelers should win is if this is Ben's last season and Mike Tomlin can get this chip. It's the only way the Steelers are getting rooted for.
I want Tomlin to get one more chip, though.
Yeah.
I think
it ain't gonna be for Ben.
It might not be for Ben.
Yeah, well, Aaron Rodgers. The last time Aaron Rodgers won a Super Bowl, baby, was the same year. I think the Yankees won the World Series, which is in 2009, if I'm not mistaken.
The crazy part is didn't they beat the Steelers? Yeah, I think they beat the Steelers.
Just gotta throw shots. I swear, she needs to just play darts all her life. Just throwing shit. That's all she do.
Well, for our final topic, ESPN did a top 10 ranking of the NBA players right now. They did a top 100. We're only going to discuss the top 10, right? And we've done this before in our previous lives on the previous show, but the list looks kind of the same from when we did it, except where people moved around a little bit. So number 10, James Harden. Do we agree with James Harden being number 10 right now?
I think he should be a little higher than that, but
I agree.
Pete?
I agree with him being in the top 10. It'd be very interesting to see who's above him before I can make a decision on whether or not 10 is where he should belong.
Got you. Number 9, Anthony Davis.
no, I don't agree with that.
So, I'm surprised he's that low, to be very honest with you. I would put Anthony Davis higher. Probably, I would say, right outside the top 5. I don't know if he's top 5, but right outside the top 5.
I think the injuries pushed him up number 9, honestly.
Number 8, Dame Dollars.
You know, my man need to be up there. He need to be at least 6.
I think the issue with Dame is that he, while he's been great stat-wise and he fills it up, I think there's just a lot of questions about how far Dame can go. But I think talent-wise, and ability-wise, Dame is definitely a top 5 player. But I think he's lower on the list just because the way his teams have produced.
I wouldn't put him above Anthony Davis.
I don't think I would put him. I don't think I would put him above Anthony Davis either. Actually, Anthony Davis he's in a spot where it's like
or James Harden. I wouldn't put him in front of James Harden or Anthony Davis.
I will put him level. You know what? It's. I don't know, man. I kind of would.
I think they could be A.
I kind of would. I think they could be. I think they're tied. If anything, and I feel like what's his face? Dame plays with more heart than James Harden does.
What you saying, Pete?
I would put Dame ahead of Harden, but I wouldn't put him above Anthony Davis. But I wouldn't put him too far ahead of Harden. I think 2 spots ahead or something like that is perfect. But I don't put Dame above Anthony Davis. I also think Anthony Davis loses a lot of
Pete. So, moving to number 7.
I stopped for Tay, so Tay can make her point.
Oh, go ahead. Tay?
Say, Pete, go ahead.
Yeah, I think Anthony Davis loses a little bit because he's now playing alongside LeBron James. So I think it almost takes away a little bit from AD in terms of, and I agree with also what Tay said about the injuries, but I think playing second fiddle to LeBron also takes a little bit away from how people, I think, rank Anthony Davis.
It's weird to call him a second fiddle. I think
he's the number 1 option.
Huh? I think he's the number 1 option. I think he's more the number 1 option right now, which is why I think he's so low on the list because of his injury history with him being the number 1 option and not being available. So, but number 7, Joel Embiid.
He's fine.
Any arguments against Joel at number 7?
Talent-wise, no. In terms of what I've seen so far, I don't know. I'd maybe rank him a little lower, but I think he has the talent and potential to be that high, if not higher. But I still think there's a lot of questions about Embiid.
Okay. Queen. Tay?
I think it's probably messed up.
Yeah.
But I'll dig into the Embiid thing. I think where he's at is good. You know, he's a great defender, but he's also one of the main players that is frequently hit with the injury bug. So it's kind of hard to place him anywhere higher. But you're talking about a solid big man who can shoot. You know, is starting to get better with his decision making. So 7 is good. He's in a higher. He can climb higher eventually, but right now 7 is good for him.
Well, at number 6 is the league MVP, the Joker.
He's fine where he's at. He's 100%
Can you guys
fine
hear
where
me?
he's at.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, now we could.
Now we can. We asked you, what did you think about Joel Embiid at number 7?
Can you hear me?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, Queen. We hear you.
Yeah, I feel like Joel Embiid at number 7 with the people who are behind him is overranked. I feel like with those 3, like I can't put Joel ahead of Dame. I can't put him ahead of Harden, and I can't put him ahead of Davis. So I feel like on a different list, number 7 is sufficient. But on this list in particular, he should have been number 10.
I can agree with that. The Joker is number 6. being that he's last year's MVP, but didn't get out of the second round. What are your thoughts on him being number 6, Pete?
I love Nikola Jokic. I think he's one of the best players in the NBA, especially one of the best two-way players in the NBA. I like him at 6. I definitely can see Jokic being in that area, probably always out of the top 5. I think, when you look at the 4 people that are behind him, I think all of them, even Anthony Davis, I think, again, had we not been talking about injuries, we'd probably be talking about Davis competing for that 6th spot, if not, somewhere in the top 5. But I think Jokic is correctly ranked.
Matt?
I 100% agree. Yeah, he won MVP. I personally don't think he would have won MVP if Embiid or Harden stayed healthy. But yeah, he's in proper ranking. He's good where he's at.
Queen?
I agree.
Cool. Number 5. Matt gonna love this. Light skinned Jesus, Steph Curry.
My man, light skinned Jesus. AKA, I won't even wear a Jesus piece unless it got a mouthpiece hanging out from his mouth. That's the type of time I'm on when we talking about light-skinned Jesus, Steph Curry, who honestly I think should be like number 3 or number 4. That's just my opinion.
Yeah, I agree with you too. I agree with you on that.
Yeah. I agree as well. I have a funny feeling. I know the kind of names we're going to see in those 1, 2, and 3 spots. And I think a lot of them are, kind of like legacy picks or, name brand picks versus
or prisoner of the moment. Prisoner of the moment. Versus actual production. I don't understand how you don't put Steph Curry in the top 3 players in the NBA, especially considering production of what he's actually done over the past couple of years. Right. So I think he's ranked lower than where he should be.
100%.
I agree with you guys. I think number 4 on the list has a case, and number 4 is Luca Doncic.
Nah, Luca should have been like 6, 5 or 6.
No, you could have swapped. You could have swapped Steph and Luca. I think Luca deserves to be in the top 5, most definitely, and I think he will be one of the top 3 in the new era of the NBA. But I don't think you can put him above Steph Curry. I do not think you can do that. No matter how good Luca Doncic has been, I don't think you can put him above Steph.
I ain't gonna hold you. I ain't finna spoil it, but I already know one of them that's in that top 3, which is pissing me the fuck off right now. I'm just being 100% honest. I'm being honest.
If 2 of those 3 piss me off.
No,
I think one of them might be. I think one of them might be. I wouldn't be surprised if one of them is a legacy pick just based off the name brand.
I sound like haters right now. Queen, what do you think about Luca being number 4?
I gotta hear this. She was hating on my man Luca for 2 years.
But she corrected herself. Herself. So we'll get back to the Queen in a moment. Number 3, King James, number 3.
No comment.
No, I'm sorry. Listen, I do not deny that LeBron James is one of the greatest players to ever touch the NBA and NBA basketball. I do not deny that King James will be one of the greatest players in all of NBA history when it's all said and done. But I am sorry. I cannot put Steph Curry below LeBron James right now based on consistency and production. I think LeBron James is still a top 5 player. But I don't know if he goes above Steph Curry right now.
Matt?
I'm sorry.
Matt, go ahead. No, I want to hear Matt's opinion. Matt Baines is popping out his head because he really want to say something. So I'm I want to hear what Matt has to say.
I don't agree with LeBron being number 3. I'm not going to hold you. Do I think that he should be above Steph Curry? Yes, I do. Just because I know, yes, without LeBron, they don't make the playoffs. Let's just be clear. Anthony Davis by himself They're not making that. They're not making it to the playoffs. Let's just be 100% clear. Is LeBron the same LeBron that he was years prior? No.
Mm-hmm.
But is he still great? Yes. Like there's no ifs and buts about how dominant.
I never said he wasn't.
I know, but if we're going to grade this list correctly, I don't ever put LeBron at number 3. It's either 1 or 2. It's always 1 or 2 for me. And y'all know who the only person I would ever put in front of him. If we were ever to do this argument, it would be either 1A, 1B. It would hardly ever LeBron be number 2. But one of the people that they got in front of him is some prisoner in the moment shit at its finest.
Well,
at its finest.
I agree. I do agree with your points that I think Steph played better than LeBron last season. If this is one, I also think it could go either way, between Steph and LeBron being 3 and 4, or it can be like the James Harden Dame situation where it would be A and B. They would be tied for the position if you could tie it. We cannot deny Steph Curry what he did last year for the Golden State Warriors when everybody was like, nah, they're good.
No
they
Clay.
go about their business.
No Clay, no chance.
Yeah, no Clay, no chance. And they lost on the last second heave when somebody saw 3 rims. I can't. It's gonna be
a great story on his documentary. Like
his
it's
definitely it's gonna be an amazing story. Getting to
listen. Don't get me wrong. I don't think anybody denies that LeBron James is top 5 all time, maybe top 3. Depending on what list you're talking about, who you're including, things like that. I definitely think he is the number 1 of this generation. But I don't know if I can continue to put LeBron James in that. At what point do we start to see diminishing returns, right? And I think we're starting to see diminishing returns, but at what point do we start to say, just because you have this name and just because you are this person and just because you are still great does not mean that you continue to hold this spot just based on that versus what you're actually producing?
Go ahead, Matt. All right. I'm with you. I'm 100% with you. But the man that they got in front of him, right? Let's be clear. Let's be clear. One of the men that they got in front of him, right, can't shoot worth shit. Like at all. They literally count down him shooting free throws. So if they put this dude in front of him, and I'm not making it seem like LeBron James is great at shooting free throws, because he's not. We're not gonna make it seem like he's good at shooting, great at shooting, because he's not. He's gotten better. He's gotten a lot better from the time that Pop told the rest of the squad, nah, let homeboy shoot. Go ahead. You got it. Back up. We've come a long way from that LeBron.
We definitely have.
We can say declining in certain things. Yes. If we're gonna say he's declining in a lot of things, I don't think it's not on the offensive. It's more or less his defensive.
It's the defensive intensive.
Yeah, that's it.
Picks and chooses. And to be honest, most
he's still
players,
good.
Yeah, he's still good. He still plays. He still plays good defense. We're just like, you could do more, but all right, whatever.
But we know what you're capable of.
Right.
You get it.
Right. I agree with you, Matt. I'm going to say it straight up. I don't believe that person who is ranked above LeBron and Steph Curry should be ranked above those two, no matter what, because that is some prisoner of the moment bullshit. I still, but unfortunately, you get all these people, especially these NBA pundits, who, unfortunately can't get over the chair they rode in on. And unfortunately, you know what it is? They also got a lot of these people, let's just be real honest. A lot of these people that are ESPN experts and whatever that are voting on these polls, some of them don't want to lose their access. And they know just how much these people get hurt. And I'm sorry. Oh my God, I said Giannis is not this or not, Giannis is not that, or this person's not that. All of a sudden,
Still
It's a problem.
So here's my deal, right? With
Shout out to Chris Middleton.
LeBron at being 3 or 4. I agree. I think this list is solely based off last year. It's last year LeBron was ranked number 1, right? And LeBron he wasn't bad. He wasn't bad,
great, though, but he wasn't great. He was injured too. That's a good point.
He wasn't bad. He was good. He was great for his age. He was great for his age in the league after, and we've seen players his age also be that great and dominant, a la Michael Jordan. But are you frozen? Yeah, Matt is frozen. Matt, you're frozen. But I honestly think that 3 or 4 is it for LeBron for right now. And maybe, like Pete says, I think we judge him this year where he drops out of that top 3. So I think after this year,
Good.
Yeah, I think after this year, what I was saying, I think after this year, depending on how LeBron plays, will determine if he stays in the top 3 or 4.
You say that, but we forget that he was literally like top 3, top 4 in MVP voting before he got hurt. So yes, I mean, we got to be fair in the fact that he got hurt, so he wasn't playing until like the latter part of the season, and that's when they was making a run to try to even stay in the play-in. So I mean, I don't agree with him being 3. I get why people put one of them in. I get why they put one of them in front of him, because again, I've been arguing this 1A, 1B thing for like a good 4 seasons. Yes. So I get it. So the other dude though, son. Nah. I don't get it.
We'll get into it. As you guys probably know, the number 2 person is Giannis Antetokounmpo. We're feeling that it's a real prisoner of the moment type of pick, based on
where's Chris Middleton in this list?
So Giannis, Giannis did not play bad last year, but compared to the names that we spoke of, and the power that these other names have,
you already know.
I'm like, no,
at all,
no,
not close. No, sorry.
You know what? I'd give Giannis 5.
I told you that he's top 5.
I'd argue him 5 and have. Look, if AD wasn't injured, I'd have AD at 4 and keep. No,
Steph at 3.
Yeah,
LeBron at 2, and
yes, I'll do it like that. But
nah,
not
at all. I'm sorry, I don't see it.
We're not doing this. We're not doing this. We're absolutely.
I'm standing firm with the fact that Chris Middleton saved his ass. We're not going.
Yes, we're not going to. Chris Middleton saved that series on a couple of occasions.
In Brooklyn and in Atlanta, especially. We're not. I'll give him Phoenix. Yeah, Giannis was up and stuck in Phoenix. We're gonna give you that.
Real, yeah.
But Atlanta,
there were some times
you didn't play the last 2 games, and Chris Middleton went in.
Yes,
as did Drew Holiday. So
yeah, but again, like I said, Giannis gets a lot of credit for them getting the championship. I do, like I said, we have spoke about it. We've gone back and forth about it. Chris Middleton definitely has a hand in that. So does Drew Holiday. But the number 1 player,
Pat Connaughton, and
not Pat Connaughton in the finals. We talk, but and
Pat Bobby Portis. How did that
happen? Bobby Portis definitely got a hand in that. Definitely in the finals.
How did that happen?
But
I'm still
number one, Kevin Durant with his comeback season.
The real number 1, and I've been saying it for years.
Bron could have
years. I've been saying it. Y'all now
seen 2 on this list. 2 Kevin Durant. If we're solely basing this off of last year, Kevin Durant played
his ass off.
Boy, he played his ass off, and it was amazing what somebody fresh off Achilles tear. We've seen that take out the late great Kobe Bryant. We've seen that take out Boogie Cousins. We've seen that take out players of Dominic Wilkins. Like
who else? Rudy Gay.
Rudy Gay, who's now on the Utah, and Rudy Gay's a role player on somebody's team. Like
he was on the incline of being a real superstar. He was up there.
He would have been. So I'm looking at DeMar DeRozan, and I see Rudy Gay, a lot of Rudy Gay, young Rudy Gay, and DeMar DeRozan.
Can I tell you some funny shit that Jeff told me the other day?
What?
Right. So we're in this group chat, right? The NBA lunchroom, right? Jeff said something like DeMar DeRozan is like he plays like this era is Michael Jordan. And I was like, wait, what? He's like, his style of play is like Michael Jordan.
Okay, he got me right now. Okay.
And I want to put him on the show one of these days so he can explain that, because I'm having trouble trying to explain it, because I was just stuck that anybody would put DeMar DeRozan in the same boat as Michael Jordan. But, not nothing is DeMar DeRozan, because DeMar DeRozan is good. He's really good. Yeah. He's going to do big things in Chicago, but I don't see it.
I'll give you the final word on KD before we wrap it up. Being number one.
I've been telling y'all this for like 4 or 5 seasons. It's real, people. This is what it's been. I've been arguing with Tay because she didn't want to release the Lamar King, Eddie King, James, and all this other. Nah, son. Nah. Because the last time they was in the finals, what KD did? He went in. He dropped buckets on LeBron James in Cleveland 2 years in a row. Same spot with a tear in his eye, raising the damn Larry O'Brien high. That's what he did.
With a tear in his eye, raising the Larry O'Brien high.
Yup, man. That's what he did. That's what he did twice. Not one time, 2 times. And he would have 3-peated if he ain't tell his Achilles tendon and Klay Thompson ain't mess up his, his ACL. Had light skinned Jesus looking real sad on the court, but he still was balling. And Jay, we gonna have to make that a shirt though. I don't wear a Jesus piece unless it has a mouthpiece hanging from the side. It's the only way I respect it. That's light skinned Jesus. Wow. It's the only way I respect the Jesus piece.
Anyway,
that's how it's going down. Yeah.
Shout outs to the Jabba Cheese Network. All of the shows on the network. Too many to count. Battle Club Pro is doing a show. Invite only. Let us know if you are interested. It's called Do the Fight Thing. Our women's world champion Big Swole will be going in a rematch against Tasha Steelz, and very much anticipated. Our guys Prolific will be in a triple threat trios match. The Battle Club Pro Tag Team Champions main event will face the Rep. A lot of good stuff on this card, so definitely check it out. And of course, me and I think BK Matt may be there. We shall see.
What is the 3-peat 7?
Huh?
What is the 3-peat 7? What's he talking about?
I don't know. But for the Queen Tay, for the voice of the generation, Pete Rosado, for BK Matt, it is your boy Big Baby signing off. Peace.